I'm Albert Towle from Summer Associate Hub, and this is Practice in Point One, where we hear from attorneys all about their practice in under 6 minutes or point one billable hours. So let's start off. Tell us your name, your title, your practice area, and where you work.
Yeah, thanks. My name is Cayro Bustos. I am a now second year in the tech transactions and privacy practice at Perkins Coie in their Dallas, Texas office.
Great. So take us through a typical matter within the tech transactions and privacy practice that you'd work on from beginning to end.
Yeah, I'd say the typical matter is going to sound weird, but it kind of falls into two different buckets. Typically, a company will want to purchase some kind of service or product from another company. Oftentimes, that's very tech focused, and essentially, I'm helping our client negotiate those contracts, and so just kind of making sure that they're protected in various kinds of ways. Oftentimes now a lot of tech deals are involving AI, and so they might have specific concerns with AI that we need to address in the contracts. And so that's kind of the first bucket. I'd say that's the most consistent type of work that I do. And then the second bucket, I like to call a random bucket. Oftentimes, it really involves a lot of contract review for companies. A lot of times, a company's buying or selling another company. And so I may review tech-specific terms in those kinds of contracts that they have.
Great. So what does a typical deal team look like for you on a matter? So what would you be doing? What would the other team members on your team be doing?
Yeah, so at least specifically for the Dallas office, it's typically one junior attorney or mid-level, I'm a junior attorney, and then we'll have a senior, either counsel, senior associate, or a partner supervising. And typically I'll lead the first round of revisions for an agreement. So if a client's wanting to buy, a piece of software, I'll lead the first round of negotiations, the first rounds of revisions to that contract. The partner will review and we'll send it off to the client. It's a more involved matter, and typically we'll have another layer of review in between, and like a mid-level.
Got it. All right. So tech transactions is a lot of cool variety. What is the most interesting? This is my favorite question. What is the most interesting, deal or matter or legal issue that you've worked on?
Yeah, so one of the earlier deals I got staffed on when I first started was helping a client launch a food delivery business, which I thought was really cool, and just kind of seeing the process
Nice.
behind that. Um, it's a pretty competitive space, I'd say, and just seeing them decide to get involved, I was like, wow, okay. I thought it was really cool. So just being able to see behind the scenes what goes into doing that, how that comes to fruition, and a lot of people don't realize the contracts and the agreements and the kinds of things that need to be put in place for things like that to function properly. So that was pretty cool.
Nice. So law students exploring different areas. It's always interesting to know, why did you choose when you were a law student or a graduating law student? Why did you choose to be a tech transactions and privacy attorney?
Yeah, I was always interested in tech. I knew in some way, shape, or form I wanted to be involved in tech. I didn't have a STEM background, so I major in engineering or something science related. I majored in finance and economics. And so I thought for a while that for me the idea of being a STEM attorney was, not that was an opportunity available to me anymore, because I be an IP attorney. I thought that was the only kind of tech attorney you
Yeah.
could be. You typically need a STEM background. Then I figured out that the world of tech transactions existed. A lot of us don't have a STEM background, but we have a desire and a passion for technology. And so yeah, that opened up a whole new way for me to get involved, and it's something I've really enjoyed. The more I got into it, the more I saw like we're helping companies build and launch cool products and cool services. So that's just something that really appealed to me.
Amazing. I'm a former tech transactions attorney myself. I think it's one of the most underrated practice areas. Always enjoy speaking with others in the space. So thank you, Cairo, for these really great insights.
Yeah, thank you so much, Albert.